this phrase that we often hear now that it used to be, was it Tip O'Neill said all politics were local, and now we're hearing all politics are national. And if the moth to the light bulb right now is audiences and viewers and readers going for what's happening nationally and internationally and not consuming as much local news, and there's this sort of, we'll presume, well-intentioned effort to rebuild the local news ecosystem, but if people are only going to want to fund this for so long if there's some bang for the buck and some results, and how do you bring the audiences back?
I think it really comes back to that question of how do you make it so that it fits into people's everyday lives. There are a variety of examples of things that I think are adjacent to the world of traditional legacy journalism, where it's, original reporting and stuff like that. There are podcasts in this state of people who have, a clear political perspective, and they talk about things that go on in the State House, oftentimes quite controversially, and they do have audiences. They do have people who actually tune in. That is, whether people like it or not, that is one future for local journalism. And so that's already happening. The question is how existing journalists, existing news organizations, and those who are going to school at the University of Washington, Washington State, where they're going to fit into this. And I do think the important question there is to try and figure out, how is it that you make news that actually is adapted to the types of things people really want? And there I think that there is an important kind of disjuncture that is not the product of anybody having bad intentions, but is just a combination of, on the one side, journalists are much more likely to be educated. They're much more likely to find jobs in urban places. Their whole vision and their understanding of journalism is nourished by reading the New York Times every day and thinking, I'd like to be able to do that sort of thing in this particular community.
You can check out the rest of the show by clicking on the link below or by watching Inside Olympia Thursday evenings at 7 and 10.